last we left our adventurers, they were on a ship that was terribly wrecked by a terrible storm. Thankfully, only the second mate died and was washed away before a lot of the chaos even occurred. We met a very colorful cast of characters, so on and so forth. We'll say we fast forward a little bit. Everyone has kind of started to get into a swing. And the Captain Cool, makes no hesitation to ask everybody to pitch in and start helping to fix the ship in order to proceed forward to your destination. And he requests that everyone essentially takes a job to try and reestablish the Pondskipper as a working vessel. What type of jobs does everyone think they would be well suited for? I think for now he'd be wanting people to obviously like do manual labor, like patching holes in the hull, pulling the mast back into place, and then attaching it with magic. Usual boat shit. Helping Brooke in the kitchen, and general cleaning, that kind of stuff. So those would all be things that would need helping, and might be more difficult, challenging, depending on who you are.
I'm just going to say this before anyone else describes what they're going to be doing for the ship.
Okay.
Shift, seeing as how he is still in autumn form, will be just trying to be as helpful as he possibly can based on what other people are doing. So he's going to be constantly just like, did you need help? Did you need help? And then I will leave this to the team's discretion, how they would like to utilize that. Yeah.
Sure.
So I know that my skill set is manual labor.
Sure.
However, Ardru doesn't understand anything about boats.
Nope.
So I think he would probably have a chat, my guess, would be with somebody to figure out where he would be most useful with his skills.
I'm sure the captain is probably providing direction, so Captain Cool would probably direct you to stand still while he tied ropes around you and had you essentially muscle the mast back into place for him.
Captain, what is this?
This is what we affectionately call a harness.
Why? What?
I'm going to require your muscle to pull this mast, that's what it's called, a mast, back upright so we can get back on the sea.
But we are on the sea, we're floating.
Right, but do you want to starve to death out here, or would you like to go somewhere where there's food?
I like food.
Okay, so that's your answer.
Okay. So mechanically I do that.
You look like you could use some help, sir. Do you require a little extra muscle?
You are a caster, aren't you? Can you mend?
Mend? I suppose it depends. Is there anything made of dirt or stone by any chance?
No, wood. Do you have anything that'll help with wood?
Sorry, can't help you there, but I can help you raise this thing. Come on, big guy. And I kind of give him like I give Ardru a little slug on the arm, and I grab the whatever the harness or whatever that's attached to him, and I just like kind of try to start pulling on it. Heave!
Captain Cool looks hilariously skeptical, but he will allow you to try.
Heave!
What I'm going to have you two do is a joint athletics check to see if you can hoist this mast back into position.
I got an 18.
Oh, that's gorgeous. How about you, Tony? That's a face.
I might have crit failed. I may have crit failed.
Okay, hold on.
May or did? Because I feel
May or
like,
did
I feel
is
like you're
definitely-
wishy-washy about it. Are you wishy-washy or you just don't wanna?
You have Tides of Chaos. You have Tides of Chaos.
I do have Tides of Chaos.
Oh, would you like to use your Tides of Chaos?
I would like to use that, yes. It's really early on in the episode, and it's probably going to come to bite me in the ass, but yes, I would like to use that. So, for those of you who don't know what Tides of Chaos is, I am a wild magic sorcerer, which means I have a built-in inspiration mechanic. I can re-roll any roll that I choose, but you know what? That kind of gives the DM a little bit more power over me. So, essentially at any point in time, if I use any type of magic, the DM can then choose to have me roll on the wild magic table, which she so graciously did in our first episode.
Yes.
The best way I've always summarized this is think of it like an inspiration token that's passed back and forth from the sorcerer to the DM.
Yes, that feels accurate. I know y'all can't see me, but I'm grinning evilly, so you're welcome, Internet.
Oh, good. This better be worth it.
Here's hoping for you.
Yeah, that was a little bit better. 15 plus 2, 17.
That is much better. So together you do both manage to pull the mast upright, and as you pull it up, Captain Cool kind of wanders around with his hands out, and he appears to be mending it with magic, as well as what appears to be a really sticky glue, and he is very carefully applying it. And that is a great success for your first day of helping. Captain Cool thanks you both. You know, kind of very well done, boys, sort of thing. Nice, very nice.
Yes, go team! Go team! And I how tall are you, Arger?
Oh, Archer,
I'm
he's
very
like
big.
8 foot.
Yeah, I'm the tallest you can be while still being a large creature. So I think I'm 7 feet tall.
7 feet? Okay.
I'm sorry, medium creature, yes.
Yeah, I'm 6, so that's not too bad. I'm around 6, I think. So I'll just do a little quick hop, high five to Arger. Go team!
Try. Archer has no idea what a high five is.
No, you see what you do is you lift your hand as high as
It's
you
just
can.
looking at his hand
Why?
uncomfortably.
No, just trust me on this. Just go ahead and lift your hand.
You hit me earlier. What is this about?
That was a familial gesture. I wasn't trying to hurt you. No, go ahead and just a little higher. You get a little bit. Yep, as
okay.
high as you can. Just reach for the sky. Yep,
oh.
you can do it, buddy.
But you're not this tall.
He slowly lifts his hands, looking very uncomfortable.
Okay, and then as soon as he gets like a decent height, I'm just gonna jump up and slap him in the hand.
Wow! Why?
That's called a high five. That's a term of endearment. It means that you and me are friends now.
Through hitting each other? This makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to hurt. Did I hurt you? I'm sorry. Do you require medical assistance?
No, but this is confusing.
It's here. No, you try here. And he's just gonna hold his hand out,
Like way above his head.
like way as high as he can. Shift is just gonna hold his hand as high as he
Archer,
can.
would you like to strike his hand?
I would, but I would like to ask the DM. Would this be an athletics check of some sort? I'm just checking with my DM here.
Yes.
To see how well you can control that.
Just to narrate this for the people at home, the look on her face was both sinister and delighted. It is an odd mix of schadenfreude, as one would call.
It'd be very unfortunate if something magical happened at this point.
It would be very unfortunate. Oh no, it would be. Oh my
You got 19 on the die,
19. Jesus Christ.
and with my athletics, that is a 25.
That could be a sense of control, like he knows not to like smash you into the fucking
Universe?
Yes.
For the viewers at home, would you assume Arger to be capable of any form of control? For listeners at home?
Archer hits Shift's hand so hard that your arm pops out of its socket.
Oh no!
Oh, does he scream? Does he scream?
I screamed.
I was gonna say if he screams, Apollo, the only one who actually has a healing magic, would probably hear that and come running over to see what happened.
Oh! Ow! Okay.
Archer, you hear his shoulder pop. You have definitely experienced that before when you were kids and you wrestled too hard with your friends.
I think I gotta go.
And he embarrassed and horrified, Archer, the extremely huge mammoth-like person, runs the fuck away.
I laughed so hard I got lightheaded.
while Shift stands there limply holding his arm, which is now just dead, hanging limply at his side.
The mast is up, right? The mast is back
Yes,
up.
the mast is back up.
So Shift is gonna kind of make his way over to the mast and just like straight up like Riggs Lethal Weapon style, just like slam his shoulder into the mast to try to pop it back into place.
Would that be a medicine check?
How's your medicine roll looking, buddy?
Is that survival or is that medicine?
That's medicine. It's your body.
Okay.
It'd be a shame if something magical happened when he
It would be a
hit the
shame
mask.
if something magical happened while he was fucking his body up.
Slams his shoulder in the mask, fireball, blows the mask back down.
Please continue, sir.
Medicine check? Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, God. I knew I shouldn't have used that advantage earlier. 10?
That's enough. It pops back in. It feels fucking awful. It's a little bit swollen, but you do it.
And you kind of see Shift's skin color just for a moment kind of flare red and then go back to like the brown, like autumn.
From behind the mast, you see the face of the captain. Captain Cool poke his head around because he'd still been like mending, like getting the last of the mending around the base. And he sees you and goes, "Oh, you good?"
Yeah, just just making sure it was in place.
Okay. All right, buddy. Well done. And he just kind of wanders off and he kind of looks over his shoulder at you like with a vague concern before continuing wandering. All right. Who would like to do what next?
So Hank, not knowing mending magic or many useful skills at that point, is going to be helping his second favorite person on the ship, Brooke, in the kitchen.
Okay, sure. So Brooke has since the incident cleaned up her kitchen and is now allowing other humanoids briefly into her space. She's very possessive of her space, but for some reason she doesn't seem to mind Hank as much. So she doesn't mind immediately outfitting him in an apron. She looks at him, like, she does not give him an option. She just shoves it over his head and ties it behind his back and eyeballs you like, if you say something, I'm going to cut you. But she doesn't actually say that. She just eyeballs you that way. You know what I mean? She's like, And then hands you a cutting board and a knife and then starts, like, handing you different things to essentially sous chef prep for her for the meal for the ship for that day. So why don't you... Culinary skills.
I was going to say, I do have a certain feat that helps with stuff.
Oh, you do? Well, why don't you utilize that feat, sir?
So, Hank, in his little bag of tricks, has something from Tasha's Cauldron of Awesomeness.
And it's not actually a bag of tricks.
Yeah, no, it's not a literal bag of tricks. I have the chef feat. So I am proficient with cook's utensils and can prepare food that it allows additional hit points and shit. Basically, I know my way around a kitchen. So, would you have me roll a check with the tools and have my proficiency then? Or do you still want performance? Because that's also high.
Give me a performance check and add your proficiency.
This is perfect because I just literally watched the movie Chef, like, last night. And that means that Pat's character is now, in my mind, John Leguizamo.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, but here's the problem. In my mind, I watched Ratatouille the other day, so I imagine the bird is like just pulling his hair and like, you know,
Ari's in control. So that was a 24.
Shit! Yeah, not only do you manage to beautifully dice, slice, whatever, all of these things that Bridget gave you, she is actively impressed, which is hard to do.
I made a little potato rose.
Okay, so she kind of crosses her arms at you, and she lifts an eyebrow and goes, "Okay, rookie, not bad, not bad. But I'm not giving my position up to you." and she essentially jabs like a spoon, a wooden spoon into your chest, like, "Ugh, I'm the one that runs the kitchen, but you can stay." and she keeps like stirring her pot, and then directs you to begin doing a spice rub on like a leg of lamb.
I'll rub that meat. You're lucky that I don't want to replace my second favorite person on the ship.
And she looks at him and says, I love it when you talk dirty to me. And then keeps going.
Well, there's the first ship of the season.
No, we're on the first ship. This is the second ship. It's a ship on a ship. and plus, we all know that the first ship of the series was definitely Arger and Sapala.
Arger
100%.
and Spala.
100%.
100%. Yeah.
We have to go to Twitter to find this out.
But it's like a JD and Turk kind of way.
It's guy love, that's all it is.
For sure, the bromance of the season. For sure.
Absolutely.
I can see it.
Gorgeous. So yeah, you help Brooke the cook, and you guys appear to have an enjoyable time, which is weird. The captain actually seems extremely impressed that anyone has managed to get along with her. He's always just respectfully kept his distance and let her do what she needs to do. They have like a understanding, like he doesn't go into her kitchen and she doesn't tell him how to captain, and they get along just fine that way.
He shows up and both of us are like, hey, get the fuck out of the kitchen. What are you doing? Like, there's two of them now.
He like doesn't even enter the kitchen. He'll stand outside the kitchen if he needs something and just wait.
Damn right, you'll wait. Whose ship is this? That's right, my ship.
No, it's my ship. And I respect the kitchen. And you respect my ship. Or you get off it in the middle of the ocean and I leave you there.
In the middle of this very terse conversation, Shift will just poke his head into the kitchen and be like, you should really try soaking more of those oranges in that booze. That was absolutely delicious.
You should really try getting the fuck out of my kitchen!
Okay, it was just a suggestion. It was
Get
just,
the
and then
fuck
he's gonna,
out of my kitchen!
Get the fuck out of
okay,
her
okay,
kitchen!
looks like you guys have everything covered.
Actively hates Shift.
I just back her up as a hype guy. Yeah!
What she said. Yeah, chef.
Yeah! Right, Ari?
Yeah, and Ari's like, just getting all big and puffy. Are you looking at me? There ain't no one else here, so you must be looking at me. Am I a clown to you? Am I a clown funny? I don't know.
Yeah, you must be looking at her. Don't look at me, look at her. Don't look at her!
Tia, Sapala, have you thought of what you would like to do to help restore the ship?
Remind me, who's the old guy?
I go on to think Romlin.
I take Sapala and I go over to Gonathan.
You find Gonathan essentially in the area where the hammocks are. He is essentially holed up, reading a book, drawing some stuff. He doesn't really look up when you guys come downstairs.
Oh, I introduce them and I'm like, Gonathan.
Eh?
I know I don't know. I know he probably doesn't know. We don't know how to clean. Can you teach us?
Oh, well, I
I don't
mean,
know how to clean.
You're underwater.
And?
How do you sweep underwater? She stops and she goes, Sapala, I'm sorry. Do you know how to clean?
Uh-huh. I know how to clean.
oh, look, Sapala knows. See, that's good. He can clean, and then I can finish your drawing, and then I can give you the drawing, and you guys can both leave me alone so I can study.
Oh, and like Sapala like takes like a deep bow, like, and he's just like, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize you were studying, Mr. Gonathan?
Gonathan Grommelin, nice to meet you, young man. You must be new.
Yes, I came from the ocean. It's very nice to meet you, Mr. Gromlin.
Oh, very nice to meet you too, polite young man. Well, I'm opening up a magic shop, so when we get to the land, you'll have to come visit, do some business. I know Tritons often have very interesting goods on them, and I like to think that perhaps you might be one of those type of folk.
I do like to salvage. I'm sure I'd have good stuff to trade.
He taps his nose and he says, I knew it. I knew I could tell just by looking at you, sir. I know a good bargain hunter when I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so, let's go clean something. You could show me how.
All right, bye-bye. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to finish your drawing. You come back for it later.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, bye. They're always so lovely.
Sapala, how do you sweep? I don't know. I've always had a butler or maid.
Well, okay, I don't know what a butler or a maid are, but Sweeping, I assume you mean like, cleaning stuff out? Is that what that means?
Yeah, we gotta keep the deck clean and everything. I don't really know what to do here.
Oh, well, I was thinking you could help. If you want something to do, you could help me out. I could use an extra pair of hands to mend a few things.
Yeah, I can help. Let's go.
He would probably ask the captain if there's anything broken, torn, things that he can mend. He's got a couple of different spells that can help either move large debris or heat something up, or...
Does Sapala have mending?
I do, in fact, have mending.
Okay. So once the captain learns Sapala has mending, he would probably ask you to fix the sails. They are ripped. The mast has been restored to its place, but the sails are still very ripped. So he would ask you probably to mend those, and he'd probably hand a broom to Tia. Okay, Sapala, why don't you just, does mending require an Arcana check of any variety?
No, it just requires two things to be held in place while I mend. So if maybe an extra pair of hands to hold things in place while I'm kind of doing it. So
sure. Oh, okay. So if Tia wants to help hold things into place while he magically mends,
yeah, I like that idea better. She kind of like grabs the broom though, real quick, and starts just kind of like sweeping the ceiling. Like she doesn't understand.
Tia just timidly holding the broom in great confusion, randomly sweeping a ceiling.
And he suggests helping her out instead. I'm like, yeah, and I just kind of like...
Anyway, we don't really get cobwebs, but good effort. And Captain Cool kind of takes it from Tia.
Sapala just walks off with her and she goes, I think you were sweeping really well.
Thank you. This is my first time.
So you climb up the mast. Tia, why don't you give me a dex roll to see how well you are holding these pieces together?
Ooh. Dirty 20.
Gorgeous. So you manage to help Sapala as he casts mending, and you both together manage to fix the sails. So with all these helpful actions, we'll say this probably all occurs within the next 2 or 3 weeks, over the span of a couple weeks. In that time, Tia, you are given by Gonthan the drawing of the blue fairy dragon that you requested.
Finally.
Cyan!
It's only been weeks.
There have been several lovely meals served by Brooke and her new favorite sous chef, Hank. The weather seems calm. There's nothing like that storm that was before. Some nights are beautiful. A few, peaceful weeks pass. And on the 3rd week, when you're starting to head home, starting to head in the direction of the appropriate travel, I'm going to need everyone give me a perception check. It's a beautiful sunny day.
Steph.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask a quick question. This is technically slightly meta, but I just don't want to, because of the previous episodes between Hank and Tia with the animals in the cages. Did those animals get put on the boat as well, like transported, or?
They're not on our ship. Captain Cool sent out Raven messengers to have the proper authorities intercept the ship and rescue the animals.
Okay, just making sure, because I wasn't sure if there was other animals on the ship that I was going to talk to, so.
No, not unless you count, there's probably a cat that they keep to keep mice out of the store.
I would definitely have conversations with this cat. Does he hate Mondays?
I don't think he does, but he probably hates everything.
How does he feel about lasagna?
He probably hates it, because he hates everything.
Okay.
Okay. No, in that case, he would just be talking to Barkley a lot, probably. And I feel like interpreting for Tia.
Me and Barkley are a lot closer now.
Oh, wholesome. Meanwhile, Stern is like,
Sapala, it's getting a little dry. You mind dipping me in the ocean a bit? This is kind of bullshit.
You know what? I was thinking of this because he would also be talking to Stern a lot too. Probably like when he's not with other people, he would be like talking to just this barnacle on a rock that no one would notice. So I don't know if anybody would actually ask about that, but
yeah, no one else could hear it.
Yeah. But I was actually thinking about that being on the ship and not fully understanding all the functionalities of like being on land. So I feel like a lot of times like every couple hours or so, like Sapala would just like jump off the ship and get back on the ship to just like
moisten himself,
moisten again, and like and just like make sure Stern is like making sure he's able to like breathe okay and like stuff like that. But also because he doesn't understand like chamber pots and stuff, so he would just jump in the water to like use the bathroom.
To go to the bathroom? That's hilarious.
Because he hasn't figured out that like there's a thing for that on land, which we may have to cover later. But he's
little poo trails.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, we were doing perception checks.
Yes, everyone, please give me a perception check on this beautiful, sunny, clear day.
10.
18.
I crit.
18.
11.
Hank is the first to see what appears initially to be a pod of dolphins swimming. But as they get closer, you realize they're not dolphins. They almost look like aquatic horses, which is very strange. It doesn't take very long after for Shift and Tia to both see them as well. I'm sorry, remind me, Sapala, what did you just get us for it?
I got a 10. I was
10,
lowest.
yeah. Arger and Sapala are kind of preoccupied, probably talking in a corner. Yes, Hank.
Like, literally, like, horses, or, like, are you seahorses?
No, they're like horses. They're like horses.
Okay. I thought you were being cute for a second, and I'm like, aquatic horses. It's like, you mean a seahorse? Because I just saw I just saw a seahorse.
No, they're like horses, and their manes appear to be like made out of seaweed, and they seem to have fishtails.
That's adorable.
Ooh. I know what these are. Okay.
Yep, and they're kind of playfully like heading towards the ship. You can hear them whinnying. They kind of get close up onto the ship, and they seem curious about it. They get close enough to the ship that you could conceivably reach out and touch them.
Shift immediately reaches out and touches one of them.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, sure, let's touch the weird things.
Hey there, guy! Aren't you pretty?
Oh, God.
You don't know where that's been. You don't know what that's been playing with.
This is... This is nice!
Can I put out there as Tony's going, or Shift's going and touching them, I reach out, and then as Hank is giving him shit for it, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to touch it.
Shift, does a 21 hit your AC?
God.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So the seaweed mane that you reach out to touch wraps around your wrist.
Ooh.
It's gonna go ahead and grapple you and begin to swim opposite the direction of the ship, pulling you with it.
Oh. Okay.
It is very excited to have you upon its back, though, and it is nuzzling you and chewing upon you, but you cannot get off.
When you say chewing, like playful chewing? Like nibbling?
Yeah, like nibbly. But you cannot get off.
Shift, despite the obvious danger of what's going on right now, is not even slightly concerned and is actually just cuddling with the horse as he's like nibbling on him. He's like, "Oh, you're an excitable one, aren't you?"
Okay.
As he's getting pulled off of the ship.
Yeah, he's pulled off of the ship, and it starts to swim away with you on its back. It is about 30 feet from the ship now with you on its back.
Okay. As soon as I realize that I'm getting, like, that far away from the ship, I'm like, okay, well, we have our fun, little guy, and then I'm gonna face step back onto the ship.
Can you face step while you're grappled?
Yep.
That's the benefit of a teleport.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like Misty Step, I think.
I would like you to roll me on the magic...
Hold on, I got a lot
magic
of dice to roll here, Steph, so
right
let's take it easy. Let's do it one at a time.
Sure, but first I want you to roll me a D100. That's the first one we're doing.
Okay, D100.
Teleports as a potted plant. That was weird.
That is a 70.
17?
Oh no, her face. Her immediate reaction face.
Oh, no.
She's laughing.
Oh no!
Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell. There are currently 7 of these creatures around you in a herd. All of them become invisible now.
Oh,
Oh.
Wait, this occurs before I face step?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all the horses are now invisible.
Yes, they are. And
Okay.
you also face step, so go ahead and roll me on the seasons table.
Yes. Okay, let's see what season I reappear as. Sorry, guys. We're now dealing with invisible, grapply sea horse monsters.
I mean, you're the only one in danger or trouble right now, so.
That's pragmatic as shit.
Yeah, so I face step back onto the ship as Winter. All the color has been changed to blue, so sharp blue hair, sharp piercing blue eyes, lighter blue skin, and the 2 face step actions that I get to choose from.
Roll for, not choose from.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Roll
I'm
from.
sorry, I got excited. As Autumn, I either do the charmed one that we mentioned earlier, or as Winter,
Frightened?
frightened, correct. So when I appear back on the ship, it's either somebody has to make a wisdom saving throw to either not be charmed or not be frightened, which I'm about to roll to make sure of which. So 1 through 3 will be Autumn, 4 through 6 will be Winter.
And again, do you want either of these to happen?
Yeah, do you want these things to happen?
Because you have the choice to make them happen or not.
Well, I was going to do the charmed one, but I didn't roll the charmed one. I rolled the Winter one, which is frightened, and I don't want anyone to be frightened of me.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because my version of Winter is not very scary. So what ends up happening is I face step back onto the ship. No face step effect happens. Shift's skin is obviously blue now, as is his hair and his eyebrows. His color, his clothing is not changed. And you just see him kind of like shoulders originally up kind of high as he's doing the superhero pose, slowly kind of droop down as his head just kind of hangs.
Oh no, he's sadness!
Oh, he's sad boy now.
It's Alan Rickman from Hitchhikers. Oh no, I've made him invisible.
So Tia hasn't seen him change before, and she didn't really get a good look at him when he was in summer, so this is the first time. She just thinks he's cold. So she comes over with Barkley, gets Barkley to pretty much like jump on him to warm him up. It's like, are you okay? You look so sad and cold.
Oh,
what's going on?
Oh, no, it's...
I'm rubbing his face.
Will you please stop?
No, you need to warm up. You're so cold. You're blue.
Cool. While you guys are fussing, I would like everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh no, we're actually fighting them. Oh.
Because there are now 8 invisible creatures around.
You said 7 before! How long are these motherfuckers invisible for?
A minute. Until they do stuff.
God damn it, Tony!
Gift to me! Alright, Shift, what did you get for initiative?
11.
Oh, I got a 19.
Yes, nat 20.
8.
13.
Start of the round. Arger with his natty 20. Arger, the creatures disappeared before you after your friend was riding on them, and now they're gone.
They're in the water, right?
They are, but you can't see them.
And Arger is not very bright. So, Mike would do one thing, but I'm gonna do what Arger would do.
Which is?
Ghosts!
Ghosts!
I look around like, how do you kill a ghost?
Is that your whole action? Would you like to do anything? Or you're just gonna shout and panic?
I pick up a javelin, which is just like a bone. It's just basically a chunk of bone that's been sharpened on both ends. Mm-hmm. And I just huck it where they last saw one of the things in the water.
Sure, why don't you make an attack at disadvantage?
Yep. Altogether, we're looking at 16 to hit.
Ooh, that'll just hit. Roll me some damages. You see it lodge into something that you can't actually see, and you hear like a whinny.
5 altogether. You guys, I can hurt ghosts!
Okay. And then the spear kind of just disappears underwater.
Yep, that's the only one I had.
My sharp stick!
Yeah, exactly. I go, wait! I need that!
Bonus action movement. We'll say that that you threw it, and it's probably about 30 feet away.
In the water, though?
Yep.
I'm not getting in the goddamn water after last
I'm
time.
not
No.
saying you're getting in the water, but I'm telling you your position, you fool.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not jumping in the water to get my... that's gone.
Boy, I hope not.
I'm not going in the water again. I sink like a stone.
Oh, no.
That's
okay.
That's it for me, unless they find a way on the boat.
Sure. Next up, we have Hank.
All my spells I have to see.
All my spells I have to see.
The struggle is real.
So, I've been sous chef for the past weeks or so, yes?
Yes.
I assume that we have flour or something of the such on board, right?
Probably sparingly. There's not a whole lot of bread on the ship.
We have red wine casks? We have... I'm wanting to get something to dump on the creatures to hopefully make them not so invisible.
Okay, but that would take more than one turn, because you'll have to go down there, use your turn to lift the object, carry it back, and then the next turn you can throw the object.
I'm down for this.
Okay, if you want to do that, I will 100% allow it.
I just look at the group and go, I have a plan. Don't die.
You run down below deck. You encounter Brooke, who looks at you with side-eye as she's sharpening her knives. What the fuck are you doing in my kitchen when I didn't ask you here?
Invisible monsters.
Oh, say no more. Take something. What do you need?
I love how that's a standard.
What do we have the most of that stains?
Red wine.
Gimme.
She points at it. It's like a very large cask.
Alright. Lifting all with my spine.
Give me an athletics check.
I'm not good at athletics, so...
It's a heavy fucking cask, bro.
19 plus
0.
19.
You got it. It's up. And,
My strength is nothing.
We'll say you have enough movement to get back on deck with it, even though you're a little burdened.
Archer!
Now just imagine him holding this cask, making like that strained dad face when you're like, do you know what I'm talking about? When your dad was like trying to carry the Christmas tree by the fuck himself?
I'm carrying all the goddamn groceries and holding my breath during it.
Yeah, and it's all red and veiny around his neck, like, ah! Next up is the Kelpies! There are 8 of them. They use their 30 feet of movement to do a thing. You don't know what, you can't fucking see them. All around the boat, you guys start to smell the scent of a fresh, open ocean breeze, which, you feel like would be normal, but the way this smells is it almost smells like it's mingled in with the scent of honeysuckle flowers, and it's very alluring. But that's all that happens so far. It's very strange. Next up is Sapala.
2 clarifying questions before I do anything, because I have a plan. It just depends on what prior knowledge I would have from living in the ocean. What do I know about? Do I know anything about Kelpies? Are they beasts? Can I talk to them? And B, what do I know about them?
They're not beasts.
Okay, so I can't talk to them. Do I have any prior knowledge of them?
You would have to roll me a history check, and it would be your whole turn to know that. You can do that if you want.
Huh. Did I see them earlier and then did I see them vanish?
You actually didn't. That's the weird part, because you and Arger were like talking and distracted. You didn't actually see them.
Okay, in that case, I would probably hear him yell out ghosts, and I'd be very confused. So I'd kind of look to Tia and be kind of ask her what's going on. And she's allowed to make a response as a free action.
Yep.
Fish horsies disappeared. Don't know where they are, but they seem to be attacking us.
Oh no.
Okay, given the information I have, I definitely feel like I need to use that history check then, because I don't know what she's talking about, and I want to know what I would know about the situation.
Cool, roll me a history check then.
Oh, that's not good. And I am not an intelligence-based character. So that is an 8. I'm not making the connection, I feel.
No, I would not say so. She says something about fish horses, and you're like seahorses, but that doesn't make sense because seahorses don't attack people. So no, you really don't understand what's happening right now. You're very confused. Bland people are weird.
I'm just like, yes, seahorses are very nice, and maybe they are invisible, or maybe. Like he feels like he wants to be nice about it. He doesn't want to dismiss, but at the same time, he's like, sure. So that'll be his turn because he's trying to look over the side to see what's going on.
Okay, well then, it is Tia. No, it is Shift next.
So, still, I guess, laying on the ground after he got tackled by the dog?
No, you don't have to be prone. We'll say that you said get off, and they did so, and you stood up.
Okay, well then, in that case, I'm just going to sit on the ground. Long sigh. Head just hangs.
Oh, God.
And that's it.
That's your turn?
That's all he does.
Okay, cool.
End of turn.
Wow, that makes me upsetty spaghetti. Okay. Tia.
Remind me, Hank, did you attacked, right?
No, I went and got wine.
He's hefting a big fuck off thing of wine, straining heavily beside you, essentially.
I kind of see what's going on, because I saw Arjo throw stuff and the wine thing going on, and I saw them disappear, and she's scared. So I'm just going to try to hit with my crossbow.
Yes, roll at disadvantage. Yeah, because it's invisible, sorry.
23 for the first one.
Oh, dip. At disadvantage?
Yeah, I got a 14 and a 15. And it's plus 8.
Okay, yeah, that fucking hits, bro.
She's archery based.
Right?
17 for the second one?
Yes, that did hit. Are you trying to aim all at the same spot, or are you aiming at multiple places?
We'll go multiple places.
Okay.
The last one's a 1.
Okay, let me roll in the fail scale for you.
You could call it a flail scale. She's attacking enough.
Yeah. The way that she's aiming right now, yeah, it's a flail scale.
It's like an Adventure Time character.
It's like shooting blind at a shooting gallery.
I don't like what happened in the fail scale just now.
What just happened?
Oh.
100% happened?
Oh, God. What are you going to do to Barkley? Leave him alone.
Somebody's making death saving throws.
You touch that dog, I'm raging.
Okay, alright, so the first 2 hit. We'll talk about those first. First 2 hit, roll me damages on those.
So the first one was 6, and then the second one was 5.
Okay.
I'm scared!
I'm scared for you. On the third one, you break one of your bow strings. The bow becomes inoperable,
Ooh.
and you can now only use one bow.
I mean, considering that was 100, that's a pretty good, outcome.
I know.
You can get a new string. You can't get a new dog.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
I guess you
dog
could get a new
thought
dog,
was
but-
there, and I was like, I don't want her to shoot her dog. That's upsetting. I don't want that.
The ASPCA is going to be on our podcast so fast.
Nah, she just broke the shit. That device is now inoperable.
That's okay. I still have one crossbow.
Yep.
Those are expensive.
Just the string broke. I might be able to find somebody to fix it.
Or mend it.
Yeah, I mean, it was 100, so that thing's fucked up. Like, the string breaks, but it also breaks the fucking wood with it. Kind of like when a guitar string snaps, but it snaps really hard, and it brings a piece of the wood up with it, and it, punches you in the face kind of thing.
Oh.
Have you ever... I don't know if anyone else here plays guitar, but if you tighten the string wrong, it can fuck you up.
Well, yeah, but I the way that you're describing it is that she tightened the string on the guitar, and then the guitar folded in half.
I'm done. I cry for the rest of the...
I cry. Top of the round, it's Archer.
Can I do the help action for Hank for his, by using, Keen's smell, to help him, pinpoint where the targets are?
Absolutely. Roll me a perception check for smell.
Perception check, so I have advantage on this, because I have a big old schnozzaroo. Good thing I had, advantage. 11.
Yeah, so you do. You manage to go over, and you sniff, and you immediately pinpoint a location of where a couple of them seem to be, about 5 feet in front of the ship now, like almost directly below you.
Hank, there!
I can smell you. Next is there actually bonus action, or no? Yeah, movement?
I used a bonus action to point it out, didn't I?
Well, no, honestly, actually, that's more like a free action to point it out. You could use your bonus action if you wanted to.
I'm saving my rage, so...
I'm gonna save my rage. Cool.
It'd be very interesting to be like, they're there. They're there.
Just so angry.
Well, they're underwater. There's not much I can do underwater. I'll just sink like a rock.
Hank, you just had him point out where he smelled them out, and it is your turn.
I'm going to try to get my old ass over there.
Cool.
And I'm basically trying to... I don't know how these casks work.
They're like big, and they've got like it's not a cork. It's like a hole they've drilled into the top, and usually there's a spigot on the end.
Okay, so it's already been tapped.
So it's probably got a spigot.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I'm basically just like trying to pour out as much as I can over the side of the ship where they are.
You could do that. We'll say that's a dex to balance it on the railing, and also
just lose it, and it's like,
yeah,
fucking crush one.
Essentially improvised weapon by accident.
There. That is a 19.
Oh yeah, that's enough. You lean it up on the railing, you tap that, and red wine starts flowing out, and you can see below you directly 2 kelpies begin to be coated on the surface by this red wine. And they're looking up at you. And you can see their horsey heads.
Fuck off, you horse fucks!
There's the episode
Fuck
title.
off, you horse fucks. Okay.
Spreading it everywhere, like
Oh my God.
Gary Oldman, just everywhere!
Jesus. Next up is the kelpies, though. And the 2 that are closest are going to go ahead and climb up on board. And as they do so, you can see they're covered in red wine, but then their form begins to change. You begin to see the form of a beautiful woman with long green hair and pale green skin standing before you, Hank. I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as she looks deeply into your eyes.
I'm proficient in wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
Is she also stroking a rapier as she makes eye contact?
She will be soon.
She's stroking something, but it's not a rapier. She looks very naked.
That is a 16.
Yeah, that is a success. You are not charmed by the Kelpie.
I spit at her.
Oh, brutal.
I said, fuck off, you horse fuck.
She makes like a screeching, screaming sound and like kind of paws at her face like she's deeply offended.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo.
That one actually comes right up behind you as well, in a woman's form as well.
Am I immune to that effect, or is it going to try and charm me too, and I might have to spit at another person?
We'll see. She's going to try and hit you with a arm that suddenly becomes very vine-like. Does a 21 hit your AC?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. You become grappled. And you're going to take 9 bludgeoning damage as she essentially entangles you from behind around your throat.
Jeez.
And begins to... She actually has enough movement that she begins to pull you into the water with her off the ship. She gets about 20 feet away from the ship with you, dragging that way behind her. On your next turn, you can do a roll to try and become ungrappled.
What happens to the wine cask?
I mean, it's probably...
Just perfectly balanced on the rail.
Yeah, it's probably just leaning perfectly. You did a really good deck save, so it's just chilling. Emptying out still onto nothing now. Arger, suddenly in front of you, find that one of the other Kelpies is also nearby. She is also looking like a very beautiful woman. I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom save.
Yep. That's a 12.
Ooh, that is exactly what you needed to save, sir. You are very lucky. Ooh. So you are not charmed by this Kelpie. And that is all you guys can see happening right now.
Oh, I'm gonna rage the fuck out when it's my turn.
That's good to know. However, it is now Sapala's turn.
Okay, so from my perspective, I just saw 2 of them come up and like one pull Hank overboard, correct?
Yep, there's one pulling Hank overboard by the throat. There's one still standing on the deck, kind of probably within 10 or 15 feet of you. There's another one directly in front of Arger, which is also like about 20 feet away from you. And then you can't see any of the others. So you can see 3 of them.
One by Hank, one by Arger, and then the third one is in the water? No.
The one that's in the water is actually strangling Hank. There's one where Hank used to be, who has spit on her face, and there's one standing directly in front of Archer.
Oh boy. Okay. First thing, Sapalo will probably go. Oh, kelpies. Okay, now I'm falling. This is a bad thing. Okay. I having no idea about knowing them by name. That's about it. Because I failed that history test. Because I couldn't make the connection. So can I see Hank where I am? Because he's not overboard yet. He's going that way, right?
No, he's overboard. He's 20 feet away from the ship in the water.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yeah, in that case, I'm gonna do the only thing that seems to make sense. I'm gonna go near the edge of the boat, so that I can see Hank as well. And I'm going to cast Bless. And I'm going to cast it at a 2nd level. Actually, I can cast a 3rd level. I forgot about that. Screw it. I'll do all 5 of us. I'll use that 3rd level slot.
Okay.
Because I have no 3rd level spells at the moment anyways, so it doesn't make much difference. So all 5 of us, and then I am going to pretty much jump in the water and try to draw the kelpies, I guess, towards me in some direction.
Okay.
Yeah, and and I'm just gonna have my trident ready at that point.
Okay.
So for those of you who don't know what Bless is going to be a additional D4 to your attack rolls and saving throws.
For how long?
For a minute, or unless I lose concentration.
Got it.
Slight retcon. I'm making my movement towards Hank because he's
grappled and in the water. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 40 foot of movement, so over the ship and towards him.
Okay, so you probably honestly use all the movement to get right up on them.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Sure.
I have plans.
Oh, okay. Shift. I have plans too. Plans to kill you all. No, I mean never.
You're obviously not fucking around, so neither is Shift anymore. So Shift is staring at the ground, just sighing until he sees Hank get pulled overboard and recalls that very manly eye-to-eye contact that they had 3 weeks ago when Shift immediately and he felt like he connected to him in a very deep and emotional level just by that manly eye contact. So despite his apathy, he feels a spark of something, stands up very slow, albeit slowly, but still stands up, makes his way to the end of the ship, and lifts his left hand, and across his left hand you start seeing different elements like acid and fire and ice and all sorts of different elements start to kind of weave their way in between all of his fingers. And he's going to cast Chaos Bolt at the... Would you call these things? Kelpies?
Which one are you firing at?
The one that's currently dragging Hank away.
Perfect.
But in true emo fashion, because he is Winter, he's going to whisper under his breath as he looks at the Kelpie, "Nothing that beautiful deserves to live on this world."
Oh, God.
Is he shooting me?
Oh my God.
Do you also flip your bangs while you're saying it?
Yeah, so that slick back hair that he had is now doing a Davy Havoc off the left side of his face, where it's just kind of curving and just going over one eye.
Oh,
just to make sure.
It's like the God Kids himself.
Okay.
And that is a 15 plus 8.
On the nose, what you need.
I said a 15 plus 8.
Oh, plus 8. Yes.
Yes. Okay. You said on the nose? What the fuck?
I heard the 15. I didn't hear the last bit. It cut out. Sorry. What the fuck are these things? Aliens.
Sounds like you need kelp.
You needed kelp in a big way.
Okay, so because I'm casting this at max level, which is 3rd level for the time being, I am going to... The first 2 pieces of damage are going to be D8s. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 3rd level spell. So it's actually 3 D6s.
How did I know you'd pick this spell, Tony? It's basically the fucking slots from Final Fantasy games.
Legit. So what did you get for Dammies?
Oh, well, that doesn't necessarily come into factor yet. Hold on. Because I also am going to use my sorcery points to kind of fuck with this a little bit. So,
okay, I'm listening.
So I rolled a 3, 4, 5, 2, and 5. I'm going to use my sorcery points to cast my meta magic. Specifically, I am using Empowered Spell. I can use 1 sorcery point to reroll up to 5 damage dice.
Jesus.
But I have to use the number that I roll. So I'm going to reroll the 3 and the 2. I'm going to reroll the 3 and the 2. The 3 was a D8, which is now a 5. And the 2 was a D6, which is now a 4. All right, so the 2 D8s are important. That's a 5 and a 4. The element that Chaos Bolt comes out as is based on those 2 numbers. So I can either choose lightning or poison. Now, they are in water at the moment. So I'm thinking lightning might be the better option.
Yeah, I'd say.
So ultimately, I'm going to Emperor Palpatine, the fucking Kelpie that's currently holding...
Cool. Roll me some damage.
Oh, I already rolled all the damage. Let me add it all up. 5, 10.
Well, I mean, add it, yeah. Give me math.
He's been giving you math. Haven't you seen the numbers flying at the screen? And the fucking equations, like all the memes?
Yeah, I mean, legitimately speaking, my brain cannot do anything with numbers when they're all like that. I may or may not have ADHD, I don't know.
That's 23 lightning damage.
Balls, that's a good hit.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I hate to say, but like his reference, the Palpatine reference, and yet he's so emo. It's
hilarious.
Emperor Palpatine, all emo, going, nothing beautiful should exist in this world.
Way to go, Kylo.
Yeah, I'm sorry, wrong Star Wars reference. I should have went Kylo. You're right, Pat.
Hey, well.
More.
Well.
More.
Anyway, it doesn't look great. It definitely took that damage, but it's not special for it or anything.
Cool. That's my turn. And then I'll just slowly just kind of like brush the hair out of my eyes.
It just does a head flick that we're all 90s kids familiar with.
Do you touch up your eyeliner?
Touches up his eyeliner. Paints his fingernails black.
So the hair flicks and then falls immediately back to where it was, right, covering my left eye.
Perfect.
My life is a black room.
Bonus action?
No, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good. It's definitely more than bloodied, but it's still hanging in there. Next up is Tia.
It doesn't cost anything to pull out a rapier, does it?
I can say it's a bonus action.
What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna come up to the one...
There's 2 you can see on deck right now that look like naked ladies, and there's one in the water that looks like a naked lady, but you can't see any of the other ones.
Yeah, so the one that has spit on her face, I'm gonna poke her, and then I'm gonna take my crossbow, because I had 2, so one of them's damaged, the other crossbow, and shoot the other 2.
Okay, so roll me your stab.
14 plus 6, 20.
That'll hit.
And then the shoot, 12 plus 8, so a dirty 20 again.
That definitely hits.
Stabby is 7, and a 4 on the gun. The shooties.
That'll do.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, that one's holding Hank is still just hanging in there by like a thread.
Don't worry.
And top of the round, we've got Archer. Archer, this woman in front of you is very naked, very green, and was singing some weird stuff at you.
Yeah, well, she's also a threat. So, bonus action, I'm going to wield my great axe. I cannot rage because that eats up the bonus action to take the weapon out.
Yeah, Tony?
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I didn't understand the question when you were asking it for Tia. Based on the player's handbook, because I actually had to look this shit up, drawing a weapon does not require an action.
I thought discarding one weapon to draw a new one would require a bonus action.
It doesn't require, so the only thing that requires any action is when you're sheathing the weapon, because it requires like concentration to sheath the weapon or put it away. In order for you to draw a weapon, if your hand is free, you can draw a weapon without any actions.
Okay. So Hannah, would you like to retcon that turn?
I'll respect that was the DM's call at that point in time, and we can go forward differently in the future.
Okay. I apologize for that. Like I said, I've always played it that way, so I appreciate the lookup. Thank you. Arger, top of the round. What do?
What do indeed? I'm going to wield my great axe. As a bonus action, I am going to rage. I am going to recklessly attack, so I have advantage, but now you have advantage against me.
Gorgeous.
And I'm going to find this lovely lady and say, "You're not nice!" And I'm going to swing my axe in her face.
Cool.
And I also have some buffs from a friend, Sapala. And I may need that. 28.
Yeah, that'll fucking hit, bro.
Damn!
All right, 28. I rolled a 19 on the die, and then I added the D4, because fuck it, why not? All right. Blabbity blue. 7 plus 3 is 10. That's one attack. I have multi-attack.
Okay.
9 and 6 is 15. I believe 15 was the AC to beat, correct?
15's the AC to beat, so yeah, what do you got?
Sha! And I rolled a 1 on the die. Good job, Mike. 4 altogether.
It's still hanging in there. It's not looking great, but it's not dead.
Oh, I get plus 2 melee damage to both of those rolls, so that was, she's taken 4 more damage. So I didn't add that in my mistake. Yeah, everything else is accounted for.
Gorgeous. Next is Hanky Panky.
I got the Kelpie on my back.
You sure do.
I got a Billy on my front. And that's all I can see. There could be unknown Kelpies around me, right?
I mean, you could probably see the 2 that are standing on the deck, but yeah, there could be some unknown Kelpies around you.
Because invisible and shit. Billy's within reach, right?
Absolutely.
Am I under the water, or am I being kind of, above water?
You're kind of under. She's pulling you under. Actually, speaking of which, can you tell me what your con modifier is?
My con modifier is a +3.
Great, so you have 3 minutes to prevent yourself from suffocating.
I won't need that.
Okay.
I reach a hand to Sapala.
Sapala
takes his hand?
Are you gonna try to ungrapple yourself first?
No.
Okay.
We're going on a ride.
Going on a ride.
What?
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
It's a whole new world.
For some reason, the cat bus from my neighbor Totoro comes into mind. I don't know why.
Right?
I am going to cast Thunder Step.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Because I'm about to fuck someone's day up. Not Billy.
Can you remind me what the radius for that is?
The radius for that is creatures within 10 feet of you.
Ooh, okay.
From the space that I left.
Okay. And is there a DC for that?
Yes. So basically, I can also teleport one willing creature of my size or smaller, which is a Billy, so that way he doesn't get hurt by it.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
They have to succeed on a DC 15 con modifier, or take 3d10 thunder damage, half if they save.
They all failed. So roll
Nice.
me some dammies.
That's a 10 on that one.
Nice.
Okay.
It's a good start. It's a good start,
start.
Pat.
That's a 4 on the other one.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's a 9 on the other one, for 23
Yeah.
thunder damage.
So the one that was holding you immediately just burns to a crisp, right in the water.
Oh, I'd like to think of it more of like a sonic boom.
So you see that one Kelpie die. And you hear the screams of others, but you cannot see them.
Nope, because we're going back to the boat.
Back to the boat. I assume you're back on the boat then.
Yeah, the way that I picture Hank's little thunder jump, it's kind of like how spaceships go warp speed.
Okay.
So it's not like a clean teleport, it's more like spaghettification and then now at another point, and just kind of leaves like a nice little like vacuum, like boom, where he was.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Kind of like a bullet being fired out of a gun, but in a specified direction.
Sure.
Which I guess also is how guns work.
I'm no expert, that sounds right. Sounds right.
You know how you hate to see all those guns that shoot in random directions? You don't want them to.
Enter the gungeon.
Bonus action movement.
Yeah, I'd like to just plant myself right next to the the Kelpie that I spat at earlier,
Okay.
and I'd spit at him again.
Oh. Sure, I'll allow that as a bonus action, even though it's gross.
Get off my boat.
Cool, well now it's the Kelpie's turn. And you spit at this one again.
Sapala's got my back.
So she's gonna attack you again.
Just dragged off the boat a second time. I'm back.
Hank drowning 2 of Electric Boogaloo.
Does a 20 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Cool. She's gonna try and crush you to death with hooves.
Wait,
Oh, that's better.
what? She's not a horse anymore.
Yeah, she can at will transform, so you watch as her hands morph themselves into hooves. And she tries to stomp your face with them. You're gonna take 11 bludgeoning damage as she tries to crush your head in.
That's okay. I'm still defiant as hell.
The other harpy,
Maintain eye
the
contact.
other harpy that's behind her, that's facing Arger, is gonna try and attack him. Oh, I have advantage against you, right? Because you were reckless.
Yes, you do.
Does a 19 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Cool. You are grappled. And you also take 8 bludgeoning damage. Although, is that halved with yours?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and she is going to use her movement to drag you into the water with her.
I bet.
Sapala,
Yes.
does a 20 hit your AC?
I'm going to allow this.
Cool. A harpy behind you comes into view with her hooves raised. And you take 15 bludgeoning damage as she essentially smashes down on your poor little head.
Are they harpies or kelpies?
They are kelpies. They are kelpies. I initially thought about harpies. I'm sorry, that's why they're on my mind. So yeah, you take 15 points of damage. And actually, another one also appears. Shift. Please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool. 16?
That'll save. You are not charmed by this, kelpie nude woman in front of you that's whispering soft nothings towards you.
Yeah, she might be standing in front of the eye that has the hair covering
Yeah,
it
maybe.
at the
You're
moment.
not seeing a
so
whole lot.
I'm just- yeah.
Next up is Sapala. Sapala, there's a kelpie directly behind you that just smashed your head.
Yeah, that really hurt. But the Kelpie that was spit on not once but twice is heavily damaged, correct?
She's fairly damaged, yeah.
Fairly damaged? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was also struck, so let me do a concentration
Yes.
check real quick on that. And I have advantage because I'm Warcaster. I'm fine, that's a nat 20.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Okay, so I've got, from my count, 4 Kelpies on the ship, correct? That we can see?
Yes, accurate. 4 kelpies in the ship you can see.
Which one looks the most beaten up and damaged?
Probably the one furthest from you next to Arger.
Okay, does that one look like it's really on the ropes?
I mean, none of them look super. The one that probably looks the best is the one that just popped up behind you, and none of them look great, though.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm going to. Yeah, let's do this for right now. The Kelpie that just struck me, I'm going to turn around and basically try to go at them with my trident. I'm going to do a booming blade.
Cool.
That's not good at all. That's only going to be a. Wow, I can't math. 11?
No, unfortunately, that doesn't hit.
In that case, seeing that people are kind of getting beaten up a bit, I'm going to grab my seashell as a bonus action, and I'm going to utilize my totem.
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to kind of mutter to myself that, okay, we need a hand here, and this little mote of light kind of appears, kind of centered on where all of us are, and out in a 30-foot radius area, so I assume that's enough to kind of keep the 4 of us kind of, or the 5 of us in the same kind of bubble area, roughly, or as many as I can kind of catch. With it, this translucent, sort of adorable, sort of super kawaii style looking narwhal.
What's the radius on that?
About 30 feet in all directions, so where it's centered, so...
Oh yeah, you can get everybody.
Okay, that's fine. Just making sure. And so basically you just see this adorable, like, narwhal with the big horn and, like, these giant, like, big anime eyes. And he just looks super adorable, and that's going to be the end of my turn.
For no reason at all, you just hear moi moi cute.
What does the narwhal do?
Allies get advantage on detecting creatures in the aura, so if anyone turn invisible, that's something. He doesn't know if they can do that again.
Tony.
You're also going to get... There's general healing effects going on once I have a next turn, so...
Okay.
So for now, nothing. He just looks super, super cute.
Aw, that's very cool. I like it.
And that's kind of the end of my turn.
Cool. Okay, well then we've got Shift.
Per usual, long sigh. Everything withers away and dies. Why don't you follow suit? And I'm just gonna...
Dark as fuck.
That's gonna be another Chaos Bolt. At the creature in front of me, but this time only at second level, so that's 2d8 and 2d6. So let's get all that die out of the way. So I rolled a 1, a 2, a 2, and a 4, so I'm going to use a sorcery point to empower my spell again and re-roll the 2d8s. Okay, so I got a 2, a 6, a 4, and a 4.
Okay.
1 plus
now,
1 plus 2 plus 1.
Why would you say those numbers as I was just trying to do math?
Oh, I was making a Clue reference.
I feel like that episode of...
It's 16.
I feel like that episode of Chowder where he takes him to the bank.
I mean, I can choose between cold or poison damage at this point. I just feel like cold is more appropriate considering...
Sure.
What Shift is currently looking like at the moment. So let's just say 16 cold damage. Wait, I already rolled to hit, right?
Yeah, that's what you... No, wait, what?
Did I go straight into damage? I went straight into damage.
You did, so why
Hold
don't
on.
you just go ahead and roll
I think
the
you
hit.
did.
God damn it, Tony,
Rewind.
if you miss this.
Don't worry, I have the blessing. I still have bless. It's fine. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it. I'm totally gonna hit it. That's a 10, 3 plus 8. So
Yeah, you hit it.
20, whatever the...
I would have laughed
21?
my balls off,
One.
though, if you hadn't after all that.
So all the previous damage numbers still lie.
Okay, cool. So just give me
So
the
16
total...
cold damage.
16 cold damage. It did.
Okay, good. So yeah, again, all the elements are kind of weaving in and out of his fingers. Lightning, like fire, ice, and then eventually they all turn to ice and essentially freeze this thing.
Yeah,
where
she
it stands.
freezes solid. Shift, bonus action movement.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to start looking up AFI lyrics.
Okay, cool. Not AAF?
Not MCR.
Eventually, when we wrap this up, he'll just be taking his action to go to Hot Topic.
Pick out new pins for his messenger bag. Now it's Tia. Please do. Tia, please.
I'm gonna stab the same person who's right in front of me twice, and then I'm gonna shoot.
Please do.
For the stabbies. 11?
That does not hit.
18?
18 hits.
Okay, cool. I got one hit. And then 17.
That'll hit too. So roll me damages for stabby first.
10 for stabby.
Okay. Doesn't look great.
And 5 for shooty.
Okay. Also doesn't look great.
I'm also going to do an action search to do pretty much the same thing.
Go, girl.
Yeah, I'm going to do stab. That's a 7. That's not going to hit.
Unfortunately not.
9.
I'm sorry. That also does not hit.
That's okay. We're just gonna put this one over here.
That's okay. We're getting there.
You're not a stabby person, to be
No,
fair.
I'm
You're
not.
a shooty person.
I am.
Up until the incident.
But don't talk about the incident.
The incident. Top of the round, we have Arger. Arger, you have one that's kind of lingering in front of you still.
Is this the one that was grappling me?
You're in the water. Not only is it on top of you, but it's on you in the water stuff. You're drowning. What's your con save?
My con save is a +5.
Oh, you have 5 minutes to stop yourself from drowning. That's pretty beefy.
Am I able? So I'm still being grappled. I can still attack while grappled.
Yeah, you just can't go anywhere.
Is there any disadvantage of swinging a great axe in the water?
I would probably say yes. Let me double check, though.
Yeah, there's only certain weapons that don't get disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'm raging, so I would normally have advantage. Advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out. I'm going to bonus action frenzy attack. I'm also going to do reckless attack, so I'm going to give myself... you can decide attack recklessly. I would normally have advantage from that, and I'm using that to cancel out the disadvantage. So, you also get advantage next round against me. 17.
That'll hit.
4 plus 3 is 7. That's a 7.
Okay. It doesn't look great.
Extra attack. 12 plus 4 is 16. That does hit.
That hits.
12 on the die plus 3 is 15.
Damages?
Yeah.
It did. You don't have to use that last one.
Alright. Am I near anything that I could hit?
The ship?
Alright, then I'm no longer grappled, but I believe I can't move because that was considered, you can't be, well...
I mean, you can move now. You don't have a swim speed, but you can try. I mean, it's technically just movement at disadvantage, I'm pretty sure.
You don't move at disadvantage. You would just be moving your move speed at half speed.
I normally have 40, so I have 20 movement. Is there a way for me to 20 movement my way back onto the boat?
Unfortunately, you're literally 20 feet out from the boat, so you can move closer, like you can be touching the boat.
I will do that.
You're kind of just scrabbling on the side.
Scrambling to get up. Works for me.
Okay. Next up is Hank. Hank, the one that you spat on is still standing in front of you angrily. You also saw that Ardra got dragged over, but you also can hear him scrabbling kind of on the side, struggling not to drown. To your left is Tia, who just tried to attack a thing, but it seemed pretty intent on wanting to crush your head, so it moved out of the way. And there's one more behind Sapala that you can see.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So we're gonna kick this old school for Hank.
Okay.
Hank is going to bust his other spell, and he is going to cast Spirit Shroud as a bonus action.
Okay.
This is one of the new Tasha's one, which is very exciting.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, describe that one to me, because I don't think I've read this one yet.
So it reads, you call forth spirits of the dead, which flit around you for the spell's duration. 1 minute.
Ooh.
The spirits are intangible and invulnerable.
Interesting.
Until the spell ends, any attack you make deals 1d8 extra damage when you hit a creature within 10 feet of you. This damage is radiant, necrotic, or cold, your choice when you cast a spell. I'm choosing necrotic.
Okay.
Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Ooh.
And then, in addition, any creature of your choice that you can see that starts its turn within 10 feet of you has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Very good.
So basically, it's my hunter-stalker mode.
Go for it, man.
So, spirits, like, he has his little death stick, and things start to get really hot topic around here.
Like they already haven't been.
Yeah.
I feel
Shift approves.
like during this, Ari would kind of burrow herself into, like, your clothes out of view.
Oh, absolutely. But things start getting heavy metal around here. Not like the movie, but like the music.
Yeah.
And then I will cast a cantrip that I have that helps out with this, which is Primal Savagery.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is a action, and it basically allows me to cause my teeth or fingernails to sharpen and deliver corrosive attacks as melee attacks.
Okay.
Wow.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Things start getting a little heavy metal. He starts getting like the David Bowie fingernails. Or not, what movie am I thinking of? With the dude with the long, creepy ass fingernails. I'm thinking of Mystery Men, Frankenfurter. Or not Frankenfurter.
I don't know, my brain was like cocaine addicts.
I thought you were thinking like Lady Deathstrike.
I was thinking Freddy Krueger like that.
We'll go with Lady Deathstrike.
Right.
That sounds like a good one. But basically, like, Hank's fingernails start to get really long, and I just go right for the one that I'm spitting at. And I'm going to try and hit it with a melee attack.
Please.
8 plus 7 makes 15.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
Primal Savagery deals the 2d10 acid, and then 1d8 of necrotic.
Spicy.
13 acid, 4 necrotic.
Double that acid dice, they're actually vulnerable.
Ah!
Ooh.
Suck it, Kelpie.
And it dies. It just, like, melts before you.
Does Shift see this?
Yeah, probably. You're, like, right behind him.
Good.
Yeah.
Just a policy this.
Yeah, absolutely. You're also, like, right behind him.
Good.
Hank just turns around slowly towards the other Kelpies as the doom music intensifies.
And actually the Kelpie's turn. And there's only one more visible on the deck. It kind of looks at Hank and essentially goes, fuck this. And it uses its turn to retreat. So Paula, you can take...
An opportunity attack?
Yes, an opportunity attack. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired.
That's fine. And I have Warcaster, which means I can do a cantrip, and I also have Primal Savagery.
We can be stab bros!
So I am going to basically, as they try to run away, Sappala's not even going to go for claws, he's going to go full on for teeth and just try to bite it.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes.
Oh
and
my God.
Okay, 15 by itself, plus 3 for the guidance, plus other numbers is well over 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Okay, that's not bad. It's 8 and 3 is 11.
Okay.
So 11 acid, and it's vulnerable, so times 2 is 22 damage.
It dies.
Like, Sapala, like, uncharacteristically, like, leaps at it and, like, goes for the throat and
Bites
just,
its shoulder.
like,
Yeah,
bites
like,
down.
ugh.
And, like, takes a nice chunk out of it and just melts.
Hank gives him the devil horns, the little rock fist, the
Rock on fist.
with the sharpened nails, just...
He just kind of, like, wipes his chin and just, like, gives you a thumbs up and goes, I did it!
You guys hear splashing in the water as it sounds like whatever is left that is still invisible appears to be retreating.
Damn straight.
And it seems that you are victorious in your very first team battle.
Yay! I mean, since I've got the thing up, I may as well, like, use my Narwhal ability and just cast a Cure Wounds on myself, and then anyone who's damaged at all gets automatic 5 hit points healing.
Nice.
I'm drowning!
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Archer just shouts that from the side of the ship. I'm drowning!
Everyone's doing the status check where it's like, are you hurt? Hank's kind of fucked up. It's like, oh, I could use a little bit. And you just hear...
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, I forgot Archer! And I just jump into the water.
She is just sadly looking at her fucked up bow.
I will drag his furry behind up back on the boat if I can, and I'll turn into whatever I have to get him back up.
Yeah, sure. We say you do that. You get him back on the ship.
Thank you!
Yeah.
You guys all start to, recover and do what you need to do. Captain Cool profusely thanks you. He apologizes that he could not join you in the fight as he had to steer.
Captain,
Yes.
I saw you fixing things earlier, right?
Yes.
I think the other one broketed her toy.
Ooh.
I pull it out. I'm like, can you fix it?
Oh, I could mend that.
I could try.
With your powers combined,
We could try, and the two of them together, I guess, can try, and we'll say that they do. They managed to mend it, and it's not completely busted.
Yes!
Yay!
Why fuck not?
Tia is very happy.
Sapala has his hand up, and like he's waiting for he's like asking a question, but he's really waiting for a high five because he saw them do it earlier and isn't sure how to initiate.
Oh, I recognize,
Yeah.
and I just very enthusiastically yeah.
Whoa! Careful!
Oh no, Archer! Oh no! Archer's traumatized by high fives.
Are you okay? I go to Sapala.
Oh, I'm okay. Why? Oh,
No reason.
okay.
Oh, good callback. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Shift just gets like ghost pains in his shoulder. He like squints. He just like squints a little. Oh, and then he just raises his hands very sarcastically at like, yay!
Yay.
We did it, guys! Great.
Oh my god.
Yes, Hannah.
He still hasn't explained why he's blue, so Tia's gonna go back to trying to warm him.
Oh.
No, God, no! Stop with the. I'm fine. I'm not okay.
Oh,
I'm not okay.
are we hugging? Here,
Are we
Samala goes over and gives you a hug.
Stop it.
Oh, you
Stop.
all
No,
can have fun with
no.
that. I'm gonna...
No, Hank,
be-
come join us!
Oh no.
Group hug!
Group
Archer!
What is hug?
Oh, Archer, you would know hug.
You know mate. You definitely know hug.
You would know hug because you would know picketing.
Hug.
Okay, if everyone's coming to hug Shift,
Everyone except for Hank is coming to hug Shift. Hank, are you going to hug Shift?
No. I will make dex saves if I have to. I can be a squirrely old man.
Shift, you seem cold.
I am not.
Ari wiggles out of Hank's shirt and flies over to Shift's head and lands on his head and nests there.
I hate all of this.
Hey, bird!
She just kind of makes like sounds.
As everyone's hugging Shift, and as much as he's like visibly obviously not enjoying the attention right now, you do see his skin color slightly shift from blue to green, but only for a moment, and then it goes back to blue.
Our little mood ring.
I hate all of you.
Oh no, he was turning green. Is he getting sick?
Get a bucket!
The next few weeks pass without any additional problems, and you guys finally make it to the port. But as you approach Cattery Cliffs, you begin to smell something. So everyone please roll me a perception check.
Natural 20.
18.
12.
I got an 8 with advantage.
16.
Okay, the first one to smell it is Sapala. They don't really have fire in the contemporary sense underwater. You recognize it's a bitter, acrid smell. Hank, you notice it next. You immediately recognize that the scent is fire in the wind. It's a scent of fire that has attempted to be doused and is being relit, sort of smell. And you can see that the area was recently on fire, as if the city was raided or bombed or attacked. You can kind of see old smoke wafting off the buildings in the port. You see that Captain Cool looks genuinely concerned, and he says, "Oh no, I don't know what happened here."
Well, fire must have happened here.
What's fire?
Oh, you would live underwater, that makes sense. It's actually a very hot, painful experience that can destroy buildings or anything it comes in contact with, including living things.
Oh, like lava.
Yes, very much like lava.
Okay. Oh no, that's very bad.
As you guys dock at Cattery Cliffs, you kind of see that the buildings are destroyed in some places. Some of them are burned and melted. There's the smell of fire. And there's a tabaxi man standing at the end of the dock. He looks like the person you're supposed to check in with, but even he looks a little singed. Like his whiskers are singed, as if this fire happened pretty recently. He walks up. He's a reddish-furred tabaxi with a scar over one eye, and he's dressed in a dock manager kind of way. He says, "Right, sorry for the mess, but I will get your names and, welcome to Cattery Cliffs." And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Thank you for tuning in to Standard Array. Help our show grow by leaving us a review on your podcast player of choice and sharing us with your friends, players, and DMs. Also, please make sure to follow us on social media or on our Discord server for our next adventure. Links are in this episode's description.